Hi, I'm Ana Maria with Hispanos in Miami, and I'm standing here with Jose Mas, CEO of Mastech, and at his private screening at the stage for Undercover Boss. So can you tell me, how does it feel to be here, first of all, in your hometown, at the private screening, and be on this great show? How was the whole experience?
Well, I'm super excited. You know, hopefully we get to show a different side of Miami. Miami gets such a bad rap at times, and we have so many people that are self-made, that have worked hard, that have created great things, and hopefully we can be an example of that for our community tonight.
So we're getting ready to see the show. I heard that you had quite a transformation for the show. Heard you had your hair bleached. How was that? I mean, I'm glad you're back to normal, but how was that experience?
Well, they made me shave my goatee. They bleached my hair, which I've never done in my life. So I much prefer this look, and you're going to get a kick out of seeing me the other way.
Okay, great. And what was the biggest challenge that you faced while filming this episode and while being on the other side?
Well, it's doing something that I never usually do, right? So when I started in the business a long time ago, I used to work out in the field. I obviously have a very different role today. So going back out and doing physical labor was very different. And again, something I think you're going to get a kick out of.
Okay, so I imagine it was a very humbling experience for you.
Super humbling, and it was awesome. I met some great people, and I think all that will come out in the show.
Okay, perfect. Well, we're going to get ready now to watch the episode, and we'll have a few words with you after. Thank you very much. I'm here with the Duran brothers, Mike, Alex, and Kelvin. So Alex and Kelvin were actually on the show Undercover Boss. They were the brothers. They were funny. You know, they did a lot of picking on Jose. And their brother Mike is actually here from the Army. He came specifically to watch the premiere, the screening party. So it's great to have him here. So I want to tell both of you, congratulations. You did a great job on the show. You have a lot of great dance moves also, I saw.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about how that actually went down. Who thought of doing the whole little dance thing first?
Well, we pretty much come with a whole plan because when we work, we're always dancing around and having fun at work. So I say, hey, why don't we do the same thing with him? You know, we joke, pull pranks on each other. Let's get him to dance. So that's what we came up with.
So he said he felt a little bit like he was in a fraternity. You guys were doing the hazing process. So did you feel a little bit bad about that?
I have fun doing it. So I'll do it again and say it again over and over. He did have soft hands. So, yeah, here's the truth.
Hi, I'm standing here with Hugh Meets, who was on the show Undercover Boss. So tell me a little bit about how your experience was.
Well, you know, it's been an experience the whole time. Working Mastech's CEO, it was fun, but I wished I'd have known it was him before,
because you were, then you would have hired him. So you were the only.
I wouldn't have hired him if he couldn't have worked.
So why were you the only one that didn't hire him? Why, you didn't feel he was cut out for the job?
No, he wasn't. He was office personnel. You could tell it.
How did you feel when he came out with the reveal? Were you very surprised?
Yeah, it stunned me. I actually had to call Ben Gilbert when I got to the house and asked him what all the prizes was, because I just lost. I didn't know what else to think.
I'm here with Wendy, who is the equipment operator from Mastech, and she was in the show Undercover Boss. She's here in Miami for the wonderful premiere party. Can you tell me a little bit about how your experience was being on the show?
It was very humbling.
How was the point where he revealed who he was? How was that for you? Were you very surprised?
I was surprised, you know, and for him to do all that he did for me was totally unexpected. A very grateful experience.
Hi, I'm Ana Maria with Hispanos in Miami.com. I'm sitting here once again with Jose Mas, the CEO of Mastech. And we're here, I mean, first of all, I want to say this was a great turnout. There's so many people here. You see how Mastech is a very united company. I heard you even have some of your fraternity brothers that flew here. How does it feel to have such a great turnout at this screening party for your Undercover Boss?
You know, what an incredible experience. You know, first to be able to give this tribute to my father, who I think was an incredible human being, an incredible presence for Cuba, but also for what he did for his business, and more importantly, what he did for my family, what he did for me. He was, above all, no question about it, his best attribute was he was a great father. And to be able to give him a little bit of a tribute today, so many years after his passing, was a very incredibly moving, emotional, and special experience for me. You know, I was joined here by so many members of Mastech, so many friends, so much family, you know, my fraternity brothers, guys that flew in from Canada to join me for this event. It was very special. You know, I have a great passion for what it is that we're trying to accomplish, and you know, and hopefully that came out in the show today.
You said on the show that your father, who was an incredible man, he continues to teach you lessons every day, and even through this show, he was able to teach you lessons. What are some of the lessons that you also learned from some of the workers of Mastech who you got a closer look at?
you know, you go into the show having no idea what to expect. And in my wildest dreams would I ever have thought that I would have met an employee that had a relationship with my father. So that was very special. But each employee, you know, taught me something. And probably the main lesson that I walk away with is each one of them wants to know what their role is and how they play a bigger role in the organization. Why are they important? And I think that when you think about a big company, our ability to get the leaders of the company talking with the frontline employees and talking about their challenges, it creates great ideas, it creates great understanding, and it's something that we need to do a better job at, and I think I really learned that from the show.
That was wonderful how you got to connect with everybody, and it was a great experience, but you also got, you know, teased a little bit. Like you said, you felt kind of like you were being hazed in a fraternity. How was that? Did you ever get your feelings hurt? Was it kind of rough, you know, how they treated you a little bit?
Look, I went into this and I said I'm going to roll with the punches. You know, what most impressed me was the quality of the individuals at the company. They weren't afraid to have fun. They worked hard. They really cared about what they were doing. They were passionate. And, you know, all of that came with it. I thought it was great. I actually enjoyed it. I liked the fact that they weren't settling. They wouldn't be okay with me doing a bad job. They were forcing me and pushing me to do a better job. I think it says great things about our company and the people that work there.
You mentioned on the show that you're used to using your brain every day, but not your body as much, you know, the physical aspect. So how bad were you hurting, you know, after all the physical labor you needed to put into it?
You know, driving the equipment was easy. Working on some of the physical, using the shovel, using the hammer to drive the ground rods down, it was tough. You know, and it's not, I'm sure that if I did it every day, I'd get used to it and I'd be okay at it. But doing it for a day here and a day there, it was tough. No question about it. It's hard work. It's honorable work. It's the work that makes America great. And I'm so proud to be a company that can provide those kind of jobs to people.
And like you said, your father would be proud because he started off, you know, being on both sides and actually doing the hard work himself. So I'm sure he'd appreciate that you got to do that.
And I don't think it's just my father. You know, we get such a bad rap in Miami for all the things that are negative, and yet there's so many people that are self-made. There's so many people that came to this country with nothing, and through hard work they were able to build a business, build a better future for their family. You know, and in a very small way, I hope that today was an example of what Miami is and an example of a company that went a long way, a person that worked hard, a person that excelled. And, you know, we're one example of many.
So Mastech has grown and continues to grow. And what is next? How do you think that this experience has helped the company?
You know, our business is about people. It's about the people that make the company up. We need to continue to hire great people. We need to create a great working environment where people are proud to be a Mastech, and everything else takes care of itself. You know, we continue to grow. Our company's having enormous success financially, but more importantly, it's about the people and the success that they feel they're having. And as long as we have great, motivated employees, the numbers are going to take care of themselves.
I want to ask you a little bit more about the reveal, the big reveal. I mean, I got emotional during it. You know, it made me very teary-eyed, and I'm sure a lot of people here felt the same way. How was that experience for you when you actually sat face to face with these workers and revealed to them, you know, something that they had no idea all along?
You know, first we were able to do it at the Freedom Tower, which has so much significance to our community, to our family. You know, we've been involved with the building for a long time. Miami-Dade College owns the building today, and they gave us permission to do it. And I'm so grateful because I think it showed a little part of our community that many people don't know. So the first experience for me on the reveal was getting to do it at the Freedom Tower. That was very special. And second, you know, to finally revealing to who you really are to these people that you've been working with for days. You know, part of it you feel bad because you've been somewhat disingenuous with them. You've been telling them you're a different person. But then to finally tell them who you are and why you're doing it, and to get to connect with them on a very personal level is an unbelievable feeling.
I'm sure you were kind of waiting for that all along. You're like, I can't wait till they find out who I really am.
Yeah, I couldn't. You know, it's the show takes a long time to film, and by the time you get there, you're excited about it, you're nervous about it, and again, to be able to help the people in the way that you help them, you kind of feel like Santa Claus in Christmas. It's incredibly humbling to be able to give them an opportunity to improve their lives. It's a very, very humbling experience.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for your time, for being here, and for a wonderful job on the show and on your company and what you continue to do and following in your father's footsteps. So thank you very much for that. It was wonderful to have you here today.
Thank you for being here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hola, soy José Mas. Un saludo para los hispanos, miami.com.